What's going on, everybody? And I hope you're enjoying your Saturday afternoon. This is NYG Jeffy T85 here, and I want to talk about a trade target that the New York Brooklyn Nets might be interested in potentially trading for, who's actually having a very good season this year for the Washington Wizards, and that, of course, is ironically the player that they drafted all the way back in 2017, eventually traded away to the Los Angeles Lakers at pick number 27 back in 2017, and that, of course, is Kyle Kuzma. The Brooklyn Nets have not been shy about being interested once again in Kyle Kuzma, the former player out of Michigan, who was ironically drafted by the Brooklyn Nets back in 2017 by Brooklyn at pick number 27 in the 2017 NBA draft, but he was traded as part of a trade package including Brook Lopez. That's when the Brooklyn Nets traded Brook Lopez and the rights to Kyle Kuzma to the Los Angeles Lakers in the exchange trade for D'Angelo Russell and Timothy Mozgov. So the Nets had a chance to see what they can have in Kyle Kuzma, but they decided to trade him away, and Kuzma ended up playing at least about 4 years over in Los Angeles with the Lakers from 2017 all the way up to 2021, until eventually he was traded over to the Washington Wizards back in 2021, and he's played the last couple of seasons with the Washington Wizards, where actually this year he's had easily his best year of his career at his age 27 season. And he's a hybrid small forward / power forward, so he could play both sides. You could either put him over at the power forward position, or you could have him play over at the small forward position. But this year so far, in 42 games, Kuzma is averaging about 22 points per game overall with the Washington Wizards, and he's played in at least 35 minutes per game, which is the most he's ever played in his basketball career. And he's got a field goal percentage so far overall of about 46%, which is actually the highest in his career as well. So he's playing the most minutes he's ever played. He's scoring the most points he's ever scored in his career. He's also played 42 games so far, every single game this year for the Washington Wizards. He also has about a 33.9, so about a 34% three-point percentage, which is actually a little bit lower than what he shot previously in his career. His best one was 2021. He's averaging about a total of 7.4 rebounds, so a little bit less than what he averaged last year with the Wizards. About 4 assists per game. He's averaging about a steal a game, a little bit under a block per game. And like I mentioned, he's scoring the most points he's ever scored in a season at about 22 points per game. So if you could get in a guy like Kyle Kuzma, where he is a combo forward, a small forward / power forward, he'd be an excellent addition to the Brooklyn Nets, and he would give them a presence at that power forward / small forward position that the team has been lacking for a while. And I think he'd be a terrific addition if the Brooklyn Nets could find a way to bring in a guy like Kyle Kuzma to the organization. It's just a question of what is it going to cost to bring in Kuzma, and what are the Nets going to be willing to give up. You're assuming it's going to take at least a first-round pick, but the Brooklyn Nets don't have a first-round pick. They have maybe one first-round pick right now, but are you going to be willing to trade that for a guy like Kyle Kuzma, who is 27 years old? He's still sort of getting into the prime of his career, and owner Joe Tsai has not been shy about adding more money to the luxury tax in an effort to try to go out there and win an NBA championship. So Kyle Kuzma, I think he'd be a terrific addition. I would. I think if you could trade for Kyle Kuzma, he'd really help out this basketball team, and he'd give them a true low post scoring presence that they have not had in years. And especially with Kevin Durant not here, I think Kyle Kuzma would be a great guy to trade for. I mean, he's not a big player, like, in terms of height. He is 6'9". So, I mean, he's like that in-between small forward, power forward, like a smaller power forward, I guess you could say. He is 221 pounds, so he does have the size to be able to handle inside near the block. And like I mentioned, he's only 27 years old. So it's not like he's an older player. He doesn't turn 28 until July 24th. So essentially, you'd have him for at least the next few years. So I think it'd be a very good move if the Brooklyn Nets can go out there and trade for Kyle Kuzma, just depending on what it's going to take to get him up. Would you trade a Cam Thomas for Kyle Kuzma? Would you trade a Day'Ron Sharpe, a first-round pick? Would you take away some of the surplus of guards you have right now, which actually would be a benefit? So I think this is a very interesting decision that the Brooklyn Nets are going to have to do in terms of what are they going to do at that power forward position. And Sean Marks has said, according to Adrian Wojnarowski of HoopsHype.com, that the Nets are going to be aggressive for front court help. Kyle Kuzma fits the bill, and the Washington Wizards have not had a great season so far this year. And I would definitely be aboard of trading for a guy like Kyle Kuzma if he's there. Let me know what you think in the comment section. So if you guys like this video, hit the like button below. Sub up if you haven't already to NYGJeffyT85 for more breaking news, updates, and chatter surrounding the Brooklyn Nets. Turn on the bell for notifications of the next video or shorts surrounding the Brooklyn Nets. And let me know in the comment section what you guys think about the Nets potentially trading for Washington Wizards small forward, power forward Kyle Kuzma near the trade deadline. Thank you very much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday afternoon. Take it easy, and as always, let's go Brooklyn Nets. It's a Nets world, and we all just live in it.